life, sex, goals, and oh, hell knows, this is Midlife Craving. Happy fucking New Year. I don't know about you guys. I am so glad that 2020 is over. It's 2021. We're going to do all the things. Just kidding. It's the same bitch, just a different year. I am so excited. I have my first guest on the show, my gay husband, Zach.
Woot woot.
I have waited a long time to have a gay husband, you guys. I've always wanted one, and I was patient, and you came along. I don't know if you want to share the story about how we met.
So the craziest day of my probably professional life. So I was a young nubile ingenue in this company. I go in to get my badge, my desk, all that kind of stuff, and I meet a whirlwind of a woman.
That's me.
Yeah, that's Adrian. So we're in our office, and within 5 minutes, she has basically slapped me in the face with her dick and said, "This is my life."
It's big, by the way.
It is. It is. It's she got the big dick energy. And so within the first 5 minutes, I hear all about her divorce, her sex life, which, by the way, I'm not a prude by any means, but I was blushing. But yeah, that's how we met. We met in the first 5 minutes. She's like, "You're my person. I'm gonna like you a lot."
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep you.
4 years later, here we are.
I know.
You know, I came out of the closet at 16, and she has me down in her closet now. She put me back, guys.
You don't like my podcast closet?
I do. It's very homey. It
Reminds
me of my childhood.
Oh God, there's probably a lot to say about that.
Lots.
So, how was your holiday?
It was uneventful. We're in the process of moving, so my house is bare bones. You know, I usually go big for the holidays, and this year we had a very nice ceramic tree. How about yours?
Oh, good. I went to Disney World.
And I didn't get the invite. I feel like I was cheated on. I do.
Oh, listen, I had such a great time, and skipping Christmas was the best thing that I did all year.
Christmas
it really
with the
was.
Cranks, one of my favorite movies.
It was amazing. I have some funny stories though. You know, I do not know how to do Disney at all. Like, I go there and I just find lines, the end of the line, which there were not many lines right now. Like, if you love Disney, now is the time to go to Disney. Anyway, so I would get in the lines and I think, wonder what this will do. And so that it was working because it was, it was fun. It was exciting because every new ride, it was like we didn't know what to expect. And most of the time that paid off and we had a fabulous time. But at Epcot, next to the test track ride, it's like the NASA experience.
You can tell people it was the teacups.
No.
It was the Dumbo ride. She couldn't handle the flying elephants.
Yeah. No, but what was it? I forget. It was called the NASA experience. I don't know. So they remind you like 15 times before you go in if you have motion sickness, if you have issues with spinning. And I was thinking, I can handle this shit. Bro.
We have heard about your sex life.
Yeah. I got sick. I got fucking sick at Disney World. I was like dry heaving in a trash can. All these people were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Nothing to see here, folks." I mean, it was ugly. So that backfired on me.
With Mickey the night before.
Right.
Partying at Disney.
Let me tell you, I was a hit at Disney World.
I believe it.
Yep, with all the dads. I was wearing my shirt with the big Santa Claus on it saying, "There's some hoes in this house." I mean, that everybody loved that. It was
basically
funny.
Advertising, guys. Free advertisement.
Yeah. It was funny how the single dads, like, they were attracted to me. They just, like, walked right over. So the first day we got there, we spent at the pool, which, by the way, was so nice to get away from this freezing cold weather.
Yeah, it was raining here. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's funny. I was thinking there, like, is everyone like me? Because I was in the pool and there was this guy that was playing with his son, and he had a nice body and he was big and strong. And I was just like, I mean, we were definitely giving each other eyes, sizing each other up. And I was thinking, does everyone do that?
Yes. Yeah. Everybody does that.
Or is it just me?
Subconsciously or not, everybody looks at somebody and
sizes them up
in any way that's important to them. For you, it's sex. For me, I like to judge what kind of underwear they wear.
But
are they boxers or briefs? I need to know.
I feel like my freakometer is always going off, like no matter where I am. And I was looking at this guy and I was like, he fucks. I mean, he was good looking. And then he went over to his wife that made vanilla ice cream look exciting. And I was like, and that's how they can get, that's who you marry. That's the people that you end up with, It's the mismatch of these relationships. So, but I did meet this awesome single dad. He had his 2 kids with him and we palled around for most of the morning. And it was so cute. He was absolutely adorable and he was very nice and our kids got along great. And towards like the 3rd ride, he looked at me and he said, "Do you want to hop on my reservations tonight?" And I was thinking, talk Disney to me, baby. I mean, Is there a
The
better
Disney version is slide into my DMs.
Yes, like is there a better pickup line for when you're at Disney World? But he was so nice and he was just way too kind for me. Like I was like, listen, like I was thinking 1 hour of conversation with me sitting across from me at a table, your mind will be blown and I don't want to hurt you like that. So I passed.
I mean, Disney
But
is
it was so
magical.
sweet.
Let's not kill anybody.
Right.
Even the egos.
So let's talk about reasons why I feel every woman needs a gay husband like you. Let's talk all about you. So one thing
My favorite thing.
Yeah. So the one thing I love most is you are completely honest with me. You have nothing but the truth to tell me when I ask you about things, and I love that about you.
So I feel like that's just a thing for friendship, but I especially think for a gay man and a straight woman, like there's no pretense. Like we're not trying to get into each other's pants. We're not trying to impress one another. So we really truly can be honest with one another. And you know, my view of friendship is it should be easy to be with that person.
Right.
And, you know, we especially are both very blunt. We're very honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what you see is what you get. If you don't like it, bag of dicks for you to
Right.
suck later. Like, I don't care. You don't
For
like
sure.
me.
Yeah.
And I don't care who you are. I'm the exact same no matter if you're a CEO or
Same with
the
me.
janitor cleaning the bathrooms.
That gets me in trouble sometimes, though.
It has gotten me a scowl or two, but
But I will say, you know, I'll ask a girlfriend, you know, what do you think? How does this look on me? And they're like, oh my god, it looks great. And oh my god, Adrian, you should totally dye your hair back brown. And it's like, bitch, no, I shouldn't. Like, you know, you'd be like, no, don't ever dye your hair back brown.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you that you look fat in the dress, then we're gonna go pick out a better dress.
Right.
And that's what I feel like a lot of women need in their life, because you know men are trying to get in their pants and women are trying to be competition.
Yes, the
Again,
competition is real.
With me, it's like you offer me nothing but friendship.
Right.
So I can be honest with you, and you know I'm not gonna be like, girl, you know, put down the 5th egg roll, but I'm gonna be like, well, if you're trying to go on a diet, like, well, let's order the spring rolls.
Right, which I'm on a diet right now. No carbs through February. I don't know if I can make it. I'm gonna try really hard though.
You and me both.
I think everyone. These are the New Year's resolutions, right?
It's not even. It's let's get over COVID. Like everybody, like freshman 15, be damned. I have like the COVID 20.
I know. Oh
Like,
God.
COVID got me right in the waistline.
We could do it.
We can. I'm going strict keto.
Well, that's kind of like what I'm doing too. But fuck diets. I hate diets. I want to eat a burger and drink some beer.
Yes, and cake, all the cake.
Oh my God. By the way, back to the Disney. I am the best fucking packer for Disney ever. My backpack had a 6-pack of Bud Light everywhere I went, and no one said shit to me. They don't even check your bags. Like, and it was funny. Like, maybe that's why I was so popular with the dads. Like, I'm cracking a beer, and it's like all these heads turn. You know?
It's the mating call of the straight man.
Yeah. All right. So the second reason why I love you as my gay husband is because you are the best resource when it comes to planning parties, hosting events. I mean, you always come to my parties early. You're always the last one to leave and help me. And I love that about you.
Well, you know, I always feel like you should be a good guest at somebody's party, and I also feel like if you're inviting people over to your house, you should be a good host. Like, I feel like the art of entertaining is lost. Like, people are like, I don't want to be a hostess. It's like, but if you're inviting somebody over to your house, you should invite them over to an experience.
Yeah.
You know, the last party I really had before COVID, we had a spa party. I hired a butler.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about this party.
We should. So like I said, I hired a massage therapist, and he massaged a little bit more of Adrian than everybody else.
He got dinner and a show with me.
And there was a lot to show.
So, oh my God, you guys, this is a funny ass story. So Zach has spa night. It was seriously really nice. Good food. We all had what? I think it was a 20-minute massage, I think.
About 20 minutes, yeah. It was a chair massage, neck, back, head, shoulders.
Yeah. So I go up and he's like, you know, shows me the chair and he's like, you know, you can be, and I'm like, well, I'm fucking taking everything off. Like, what's the point of getting a massage if your bra's sitting there, right?
And just so you know, Adrian and I haven't even gotten a couple of massages with my husband.
Yeah.
Adrian and I have had a couple of massages, and I've just full titties.
That's right. That was
face.
the first time you got to see my tits. That was great, right?
Yeah, it solidified me being gay, but they were impressive.
You know, I don't have any problems with being naked. So I was like, you know, I sat down, was totally relaxed, and everything was going good. And then about 15 minutes into it, he was like, lift your arms. And I was thinking, like, if there's the place for my hands to go here, I was like, oh, okay. And so I lift my arms up and he says, look at you. And I was like, fuck me. I'm like fucking being molested right now. And he's like, not like, he wasn't completely grabbing my tits, but he was definitely like cupping them. And I was thinking like this, I feel awkward
He
with
was
my
in
arms up.
the side
Yeah, the
boob
side
range.
boob thing. And I was just like, and I mean, my tits were out. Like, and it's bright. It was bright in there. Like, it's not like anything was hidden away. But I remember I went downstairs and all the girls, I was like, hey, like, any of you guys put your hands up? And they were like, no. And then I asked, did anyone get naked? And it was a resounding no. So
Just so you guys know, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
You know-
So at the end of the party, we had about 45 minutes left for the massage therapist. I was paying by the hour. And he's like, I can bring in my taper. I'm like, you don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
So I get a 40-minute
He was
massage.
in a good mood because he seen my titties.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, he was like, I appreciate this. It's like,
Yes,
I
he
get
was thrilled.
paid to touch titties.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gave me a massage. And by the time I came downstairs, the butler put all the food away and washed all the dishes.
Yes.
And that's the way to have a party.
That is
ladies.
the way to have a party.
Massage therapist,
Maids, butler service, whatever you can get.
and it wasn't expensive. It's just me. It was very affordable.
Well, the way that I throw parties is I feel that you need to have a plan and a purpose for your guests to do certain
Absolutely,
things.
yes.
So in my garage, you're going to have beer pong, flip cup, bring back the old college games. That's my kind of speed. And then in my kitchen, you're going to have drinking Jenga. And then in my...
Which, if you guys want to play an inappropriate game, play drinking Jenga at Adrian's
Yes,
house.
it's so fun, though. I
Yes.
fucking love that game.
The
Oh my
best
God.
is Edward Scissorhands. We have to use knives for the rest of the game,
Right.
Instead of your fingers.
Or act out a sex position. I love
Yes.
that one.
Crane call.
Yes.
Which the problem with that is call ID is a thing now.
Oh, no, I was saying act out a sex position where you have to get up and like show a sex position right there. Oh, we do have prank calling. We have pull out somebody's chest hairs. I mean, there's some wild shit that happened in that
Yes.
game. I love that game. I travel with that game. You guys know me and I love my games and sex games especially. So anyway, then I like to have my living room to be, like the all I wanna,
major.
yeah, all I want to do is zoom, 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 and your boom, boom. Like to have it like the dance floor or whatever.
The
And
bathroom,
then-
she wants to have a slip and slide.
let's tell that story.
So, the first party I go to at Adrian's house. Now, mind you, I have been warned by various people. I think the Pope called and was like, "You guys, let's talk about this." So, I meet two very important people in Adrian's life that night. I meet Prince Charming for the first time. He was dressed up as a bottle of Fireball, which appropriate.
Yeah.
And he proceeds to tell me as he comes out of the bathroom that, and I quote, "I peed on my flap." So yeah, his costume hung down below me down there, and apparently he let the flap go a little too soon.
Listen, this is when the night started getting real wild.
This was about 7:00 at night.
Okay, well-
I'm just kidding. It was at least 8:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Prince Charming, good name. It was charming evening.
Yeah.
And then her friend Katina, who you will, I'm sure, be introduced to at some point in this
Yes.
podcast, is dressed up like Ace
She was
Ventura.
she was a cowboy. Oh, right, but then she lost the shirt. Right.
So she kind of looked like Ace Ventura, but she had like some sort of a tutu thingy on.
Yes.
In the insane asylum scene. So I'm leaving. It's like 11:30. Like I have to drive home, and people are getting like nuts.
Shit faced.
So I go to say goodbye to Adrian, and I hear her and this girl cackling in the bathroom like drunken fools. So Katina had projectile vomited, full-on Exorcist, all over Adrian's powder room. And they are slipping and sliding in this like it is 1999, and they're having the best time.
I
Like,
think I was chasing a roll of paper towels.
yes, and
Yeah.
I go, guys, you need to get, like, you're gonna fall and like bust your head. I was like, I'll clean this up. No, I got it. Everything's good.
Yeah.
So I left because I was like, yeah, I don't get paid enough for this. And it was early in Adrian and I's relationship. Like,
Yeah.
we had maybe gone on like 3 dates. No rings had been
Right.
given to one another. There were no promissory notes made. We didn't have life insurance in each other. So I wasn't involved that much. But I was like, that party lived up to all of its hype.
Oh, yeah. I remember 4 people threw up. I also remember that there was no working bathroom at one point. So I went out back and I'm like peeing. I mean, I'll pee anywhere. I don't give a fuck. But like I was peeing in my backyard. And
So
I
don't
remember,
invite over for dinner, guys.
I remember people were like, you have bathrooms? Like, what's going on? And I was just like, they're awful. Oh my
I
God.
think the worst of that party was the next morning when you like saw the wreckage.
Oh my God. And then my kid comes home like 2 days later and she's like, it smells like throw up in here. I'm like,
Yeah, and guys,
wow,
this
fucking
is not
frat
like
house.
a trailer park house.
Yeah.
Like this is not like, hey,
Yeah.
come on over here and get you some. Like
No.
it's a very nice house,
Thank
very
you.
nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then it
Try to
was just
keep
some
it-
full-on shenanigans.
I know, but it's so fun to let it rip like that, though.
I mean, that was
know,
a fun
I mean-
party. I mean, I saw white women dance in ways I never thought I'd ever see anybody dance. White women not having rhythm is a thing, guys. Not everybody, but some.
It's not my thing.
No, you have rhythm.
Yes.
I mean, as many of your sexual partners will probably attest to.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving on from a Tuesday.
Right. Okay. So moving on from all of my partying ways, another reason why I absolutely love having you as my gay husband is I feel like we're the same in relationships. And one of the things we talk about most is equality in relationships.
Absolutely.
So I'm talking about the way you divvy up tasks with your partner, the love languages that you have to listen to, that you give and that you receive, you know?
Yeah, I think it's really important when you, in any relationship, whether it be work, family, friends, lovers, you know, no one person can feel that they are giving everything but receiving nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like especially a lot of women, they fight to keep their man. And it's like,
right.
And that's great. Like, you should always fight for a relationship, but you shouldn't fight for a relationship that isn't fighting for you.
Right. And, you know, I made the epic mistake with Prince Charming of, you know, I had those rose-colored glasses on and I was so happy and, oh my God, my happily ever after. And I waited on him hand and foot. And that was a huge mistake. You know, after a while, you're doing all the shopping, all the cooking, all the cleaning. And then, oh, let me go upstairs and allow me to take care of you now again. And even me, the nympho that I am, I'm like, fuck, like, I'm not getting anything out of this. You know, like, I am doing all the work and not getting anything in return. And that sucks. So I've had to now break him of all his habits, the things that he's gotten used to, because I'm like, hold up, this ain't working for me no more. So if you're in a relationship and you find yourself doing that, like, try to make that stop, because trust me, the earlier the better, you know?
I think one of the best pieces of relationship advice I ever got was there are two types of people in the world. There are people who feel like they have to work for something and people who feel like they've settled.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a relationship where both of you feel like you have to work for something, it's a longer lasting relationship because you're both equally invested in fighting. Whereas if one person feels like they don't have to fight, they've settled.
And fuck settling, by the way.
Yeah,
like, fuck
absolutely.
that.
Like, and you can tell when your partner is settled. Like, when like little things start sliding, very soon big things are gonna start sliding. Like, oh, you went at what for your anniversary? Attention? No.
Yeah.
So
and it affects the bedroom. It affects the
does.
bedroom.
It 100% because you just start looking at that person like, you know, I could fuck you or I could fucking kill you.
Yeah.
It's really up to you. That's kind of how life is.
It's so true.
And let's face it, women, men are dumb enough to where you could be like, oh yeah, I want to tie you up tonight, and be like, I don't know why this knife is in your chest.
Yeah. Oh, hell. You know, I think that's too, like, when you do the whole settling thing, like, and I think every relationship evolves into, like, the comfort and stuff like that. But I hate the settling thing. And I think that's a big problem that I have in relationships, you know, in every relationship that I've ever had, is because when it comes to the bedroom, I don't ever want to settle. I remember me and Prince Charming got in, like, this rut, right? And it was probably like 4 times in a row where it was at night, in bed, you know, suck my dick, and then fuck a little bit, you know, I'll be on top, and then you finish me always on top, and then roll over and go to bed. And I'm like, fuck this. Like, after the 4th time of it, I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, this is fucking boring. We're not doing that. We're not going there. And so one of the things I said is I laid down a rule. I was like, no sex in the bedroom for 30 days. Like, I don't care where you fuck me. You could fuck me in the kitchen, in the bathroom, on the front porch, the back porch. That's like my favorite thing to do. Like, we can fuck outside. I don't care. It cannot be in the fucking bedroom. You know, like, you have to find ways to keep things exciting, keep things interesting. Because let's be real, like, most people, I mean, me, I think to myself, like, same penis the rest of my life. Like, fuck me, you know, like, that's hard for me to grasp sometimes. So I have to keep it fresh, or I don't know, I get bored.
Well,
I can't handle it.
Well, I feel like when women are in a relationship, you know, guys, and let's face it, guys are greedy, guys are pigs. And being in a gay relationship, like, you have to kind of think about, well, like, no guy's going to be blue ball. Like, no guy's going to be okay with being blue balled. So ladies, don't, like, you got to fight for your right for an orgasm. Like, let me tell you, if he's a 2-hump Trump and he finishes after 5 seconds, you shove his face down there and tell him he ain't coming up for a breath till you fucking reach the O.
I agree. I definitely have the male equivalent of blue balls. Like, if I don't finish, like, I'm fucking pissed. So you better believe, if you're not giving it to me, I'm gonna give it to myself, and you're gonna sit there and watch. You know,
and make him a part of that. Be like, if you gotta pull out a fucking rabbit,
absolutely,
you better put it in his hand and show him what you want.
I've never had I never had that rabbit. I maybe should buy that. I've had like every rabbit, but you know, now
Captain Morgan does take care.
Captain. You know, I actually saw him in the shower before you came over.
That's why it's such a good movie.
I know. I fucking love him. And I need to like branch out in the toy world, but I don't really want to because I love Captain so much.
So the same penis worries you with the same vibrator.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that.
Pots and kettles, man.
I don't know. It's interesting. Oh my god. Well, let's talk about, also I feel like gay sex is a whole different like realm of, you have to, it's not just, let's get it in. Like there's a lot of preparation that comes with that.
Absolutely. First off, can't eat spicy food.
Oh god.
No Mexican, which is unfortunately mine and my husband's favorite type of cuisine. But
oh, me too.
And a lot of straight guys, they want anal sex because, it is a tighter hole. Mm-hmm. But a lot of straight guys have no idea what any of that means.
Right.
And like, ladies, you do not let a guy just ram up in there. Mm-mm. Like you are not busting out like a fucking clown on a cake. There's preparation. There's proper lubrication. And
by the way, can we talk about lube really quick? There is nothing fucking wrong with lube. In fact, everyone should have lube in their bedroom.
Absolutely.
And there's no shame. I do have a wet ass pussy, but I use lube.
Okay, Cardi.
Yeah, seriously, like I love lube. There's nothing wrong with using lube. People are so turned off by that, and they think, oh my god, I don't have everything going on down there if I have to use lube. Like no, like if you're fucking for more than 30 minutes, that's a long time. Like
that friction hurts.
Yes, like use lube for a reason. Now I've only had anal sex one time. And
me too.
And this is hysterical because I went to a bar 2 weeks ago with my friend and it was like karaoke night or whatever. And I walk up to the bar and I ask the bartender, I'm like, what's your name? And he's like, Johnny. And I'm like, my first anal was with a guy named Johnny. And I swear to God, this guy almost fell over. And my friend was like, Jesus fucking Christ, Adrian. I'm like, what? It was like, there's nothing wrong with that.
And you'll never forget that bartender's name.
I did. I knew his name the whole night. I was like,
did
Johnny.
You call him backdoor Johnny the whole night?
No. But I did have anal sex one time. It was in college. And you know what? I didn't hate it, but he also knew what he was doing, and it was good for me. I don't think I'll ever do it again. I have attempted and it didn't go as well, but with him it did.
Well, like I said, the guy has to know what he's doing. Like there has to be a lot of foreplay. Like I said, that is not a self-lubricating slip and slide.
Oh God. Foreplay. Let's talk about. Can we just take one moment?
Yes.
Why that is not a lot. That should never be something that's lost. Foreplay is so fucking important.
Well, it's the intimacy. Like sex is an intimate act, but I feel like kissing is so much. Look, if Vivian didn't do it in Pretty Woman, like there's a reason because it's probably one of the most intimate things.
Yes.
And, having your man explore your body and exploring his body, it's like finding like what spot gives you that ooh feeling. For me, it's the back of my neck, like the far back side of my neck. Like it's like fucking get in there.
Yeah.
Like tongue, teeth, lips.
I like having my titty sucked. That's my thing.
I like other places sucked too, but this is a PG-13 show.
No, not really.
Yeah, no. I actually like the inner of my thighs. Like that is it's very tender and.
Oh, before I forget, I want to ask you, what do you crave in bed?
What do I crave in bed? So I probably crave, like I said, I like the kissing aspect. I like the exploration. Sex is great and orgasms are always great, but that build up, it makes it so much better. So
like
I said,
kissing.
Okay. I crave like passionate kissing.
Man, it's funny that you mentioned that because I'm the complete opposite. I'm not really into kissing when I'm fucking.
Oh no, not when I'm fucking. Beforehand.
Okay, but that's like the part that you crave the most.
Yeah,
okay,
like
got it.
That to me is the build up is better sometimes than the explosion.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big and Prince Charming. He's a lover. He is, and I'll never forget like the first couple of times we had sex. Like, and he's like, I love you. I'm like, oh no, don't fucking say that. Like, you're ruining it. Like, I am definitely unique.
Now, I will say, during sex, and this is one thing, like, my husband is probably more like Prince Charming. He's not as comfortable. Like, you can talk dirty to me. Like, if I gag a little,
I am the biggest shit talker there is.
Like,
oh my God.
If I want my throat to be hurting the next day. Like, I'll put Ariana Grande and walk side to side. Like, fucking, like, if you're fucking me, fuck me.
I know. Yes. Oh my God. I love shit talking. I'm all about that. I'm like, come in that fucking pussy, bitch. Oh my God. And I love like my throat fucked. I'm into all that shit.
Yeah. No, I definitely. Like I said, once we get past like the soft, supple, intimate part, it's like.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like for foreplay, God, what do I like the most? I'm not a huge kisser, so I guess like titties sucked. Definitely licking my clit. That's a huge thing for me.
Yeah, we heard about the game last episode.
I love that game. You should play that game. Have you tried to play that game?
Well, I don't have a clit to lick.
I know. You can pull those cards out. All right, so I have a new segment I'm going to call Ask Me Anything, and I put it out there on my Instagram page, and a couple of you have asked a couple of questions. questions. And so, Zach, you're going to read them to me and I'll answer.
Okay, first question. What is your favorite position?
I have to pick just one.
I mean, it's your show. You can do whatever you want. You're a grown woman. Ain't nobody need to tell you what to do. You don't have to, but let's keep it short and sweet.
Okay. I think this is kind of easy for me. This is the one that I always like to go to. I like for the man to be standing on the edge of the bed, and I'll have my heels resting on his shoulders.
Heels to heaven.
Yes. And I want him to be absolutely destroying my pussy while his hands are around my throat choking me.
So just mild asphyxiation.
Yeah. I'm really into breath play. Mr. July, by the way, was the best at that. Perfect amount of pressure. He was super strong and built, and he could do any move. And he would also, this man was so talented. Oh, Mr. July. He would stand at the edge of the bed, have my heels on his shoulders, be fucking me senselessly, one hand on my throat and the other hand rubbing my clit. I've had multiple orgasms that way. God bless that man.
So he can multitask.
Yes, a multitasker.
Not most men can do that.
I know.
Mr. July, wherever you are, you made women happy across America. Yeah. So the second question is, when did you lose your virginity?
Oh my,
She was 27.
I actually have like a unique story when it comes to that. I fell in love with the boy next door. Crazy.
It's unique.
I know. Yeah. It was with the boy next door. I was 16 years old. He was also, fun fact, my first kiss in the side yard of my parents' house. And he was an amazing kisser too. So my first time was with him. I don't even know if he knew it was my first time. I'm sure he did. He was 3 years older than me, but I'll never forget that his mom the next morning was so pissed because I guess we had woken her up with our little sexual act, and she was driving. I remember she had to drive me to work the next day. I was working at the Baby Gap, and she was like, I didn't get any sleep last night. And I was like, sorry.
Me either.
Yeah. First fuck. Yep.
So it wasn't the first time I lost my virginity. It was the first time I really started messing around. It was actually with my brother's best friend.
Oh my God.
He was now apparently straight, even though he was the pursuer. But
Prince Charming is my best friend's brother. So, keep it in the family.
Yeah, right?
Nothing wrong with that. Oh God.
Well,
there's a lot wrong with that.
Something wrong with that. Most states that's illegal, but we're not in West Virginia, so no offense to people in West Virginia. It's a joke. Next, do you have a Snapchat? All the ladies want to know if their husbands are Snapchatting you.
Yeah. The kids want me to get a Snapchat. I do not have a Snapchat because I feel like I'm too old for Snapchat. Isn't that like a cheating app where you send someone a picture of your pussy and then it like quickly deletes? I don't even know.
Look, I'm a little bit younger than you are, and I have no idea. I'm still ancient on Facebook. Like, Insta what?
Yeah, I know. You need to get on Instagram, though.
But I already use Instacart.
Oh
Same
my
thing,
God,
right?
no. Jesus. No. So, no, I don't have a Snapchat. I'm kind of nervous to get one. I've actually gotten a couple of dick pics, probably more than I should mention, in the last week. And I'm like, which, that brings to another thing. And I'll have an episode on this. But guys, like, you got to have some organic work up to that. You can't just, like, send a picture of your cock in their face. Like, it's just not a good look.
Well, think about it. If a woman were to walk into your house, you just slap him in the face with your dick? Adrian did to me when we first met. But that's not usually how you introduce yourself. Like,
right.
A nice, like, shirtless, like, just waist up pic.
Yeah, or maybe
nice.
like a hi, how are you? I don't know. Just a dick pic in your face. It's like, oof, okay. Nice to meet you.
And make sure there's some grooming happening before.
Listen, don't even get me started on that. I'm going to have Lauren on next week, and I'm going to be talking a lot about that. So, but no, I don't have a Snapchat. I don't know. I don't feel like I would know what to do with it.
Well, you have to have a lot of free time to do it.
Yeah, hit me up on Instagram.
Right?
Midlife craving.
And lastly, have you ever taken a dip in the lady pond? Any girl-on-girl action in your vast escapades?
I hate to disappoint, but I need a D where they have a V. That's my thing. I have kissed girls. Now,
who hasn't?
I know. My high school best friend, her and I remember we were at, was it Bowhaggers? I think it was called back in the day. And it was New Year's Eve. And this guy was like, I'll pay your tab if you guys make out. We were like broke college kids. I was like, fuck yeah. So I think we had to make out for like 2 minutes. I think that was the most making out I've ever done with a girl. But other than that, no. And to be honest, I don't think I would be too interested. I'm very greedy when it comes to dick. Like, I would do 2 guys at the same time, anytime. But I don't think I could go with the girls.
I can see you doing ladies. A double threesome.
Oh my God. That's the one regret that I have after I got divorced and then reconnected with Prince Charming. I never got my 2-on-1. Oh, A dick in my mouth and a dick in my pussy. It's like my dream come true. It truly, really is. Isn't it everyone's?
I mean, I wouldn't turn it down.
Sounds delicious. All right, my gay, loving, adoring husband. I just want to thank you so much for being my first guest on my show.
Glad I could pop your cherry.
Oh, I like that. You know, I'll be back in 2 weeks with my girl Lauren, and we're going to be talking a lot about sex. She is wild. You guys are going to love her. And we're going to have a new segment called Just the Tips. That's going to be fun. All right, so Zach, let's go grab a bottle of champagne, pop that bitch, and cheers to the new year.
Right? Fuck 2020, bring in 2021.
That's right. Cheers, bitches.